Hey there guys, it's RCK and I'm glad to have you back here again. Today we're going to be doing our next new gun for our Deep Rock Galactic game from our update recently for Season 2. Um, of course, really enjoy Deep Rock Galactic. If anyone doesn't have it, definitely try getting into it. It's a really fun game. So let's go ahead and look. Today we're going to be looking at the Gunner's new secondary weapon that he's got. Um, the arm score, I guess that's score. I guess C would RK would sound the same as C. Armskore Coil gun here. I'm just trying to get a look at it. I did take the thing to kind of match my armor. Um, Very interesting looking weapon. And these are just my first impressions. Haven't really worked with it too much. Very nice looking gun. I mean, I do like it. It does look very gunnery for the gunner, of course. As for the damage, 130 damage, pretty good. I mean, that's definitely beating the Bulldog here without elephant rounds. Yeah, and I should fix this some. I'll have to look at that later. But yeah, very interesting. It's already dealing that much damage. Max ammo is 640. Charge shot per ammo use is 40. So off the top of my head, uh, goodness. So I mean, it's like 15 shots. I think 15 shots, maybe 16. No, it has to be 16. Um, so you only get 16 shots with it. Uh, could be more depending on how you modify your Bulldog. Regardless, this is probably dealing more damage deal. Um, Looking off from these, okay, 40 more damage on your 16 shots, or adding a lot more shots. Was it 6 more shots to your gun? Or the charge speed, so that would just make you shoot faster. Honestly, you're not too worried, because if you're ever in a situation where a horde is on you, Gunner has better weapons to be using. So I don't feel like charge speed is necessarily it. I feel like more ammo is usually the answer. Next we have Overcharger. Rerouting excessive energy back to magnetic flux keeps the coil charging way from their limit, increasing damage the longer you hold the charge. So this is going to just really increase the damage if you wait for that full charge of the gun. It like charges one coil, then two coils, and then it fills them up. As far as that goes, and the more you wait, the more damage you do. I don't know if this is the max damage or is this just the starting damage. I'm not entirely sure. Next, you have the controlled magnetic flow. By controlling the flow, you can fire as soon as the gun charges a single bar, and at any point after the both damage and energy consumption scaled to the amount charged. So I think this is really kind of changing the way you can shoot the gun. You don't have to wait for that full charge and use 40 ammo. I think you can use it before then and use less ammo. So that is interesting, something you have to try. And this is just reload time. Not as neat as much. Maybe Overcharger. I think Overcharger could be a good possibility to go for here. I think Overcharger could also be a good one. But for sake of trying, we're going to try the controlled magnetic flow. Next, you have Concussive Shockwave. Distance enhanced sonic shockwaves, potentially stunning nearby enemies. Could be useful. Or projectiles release sonic impulses, scaring any creatures near the trajectory. I do like the fear. It does give 75% fear, whereas stun chance is only 50. Duration of 3 seconds. You have shockwave directing the waste energy forward. Some careful modification causes a shockwave that hurts any enemies. Definitely you would have to work with that and see how that works. But I feel whatever you're shooting at is going to die anyway, especially a smaller target. And then I thought this was a very interesting one. Defense Enhancement. Excess energy created from spinning coil feeds into your armor and enhances your protective capabilities. Damage resistance while charging. I like that. So I just decided to go with that one instead. Necrothermal Catalyst here. Killing a burning enemy turns them into a large explosives of fire and gore, damaging anything nearby. Now I feel like this is something you definitely have to build around, maybe even build your team around, being people like Driller, stuff like that. I mean, yes, you do have that flaming grenade, but usually whenever you throw that flaming grenade, you're throwing it into a horde of grunts. They're usually going to die anyway, so just an idea of food for thought there. Dilated injector system, increasing the amount of injector fluid used, causes projectiles to leave behind a wider damage trail, going from 0.3 to 0.8. Very interesting. And then you have an electric trail. Titanium rod enables transfer some electric energy from the gun to damage the trail. Don't really know about the trail yet since we haven't used it, but I feel if we did anything, trail radius increasing the amount of fluid. So, I mean, damage trails are always nice, so of course we went with dilated injector system. Would have to work with the electric trail or the necrothermal catalyst. I don't think I'd like the catalyst as much, though. I think I'd be a pick between these two for me. So let's go ahead and switch to gunner and try this weapon out. Trying to see something where we know we get a fight soon. Guess we could go here. But yeah, it's very interesting to see that it deals more damage than the Bulldog does. That is very interesting. Because the Bulldog was already kind of your pistol deal with big enemies, put elephant rounds on. That's always how I kind of ran it. So just giving me a gun without an overclock yet that already deals more damage than the Bulldog or the same amount of damage is very interesting. Here we have the gun here in our hands, what it looks like. Ooh, I like the reload there. Very cool, very cool. I like that. It has your total charge on the top of the gun as well, so that is interesting. Let's go ahead and dig somewhere and maybe even open an egg up just to go ahead and get something started, have some enemies come at us. Here's something. Don't see anything though. Break one of these eggs. That's a better gem. Let's actually get the better gem. Like they're coming. Ah, good ball. Alright, so here's our charge. Here's that fully charged, and it looks like it over does it, so it's like turns it off. Oof. Shoot that one charge. I think one charge is pretty effective. Now we're only at 900, so I think that took 20 off the shot. Deal with all these swarmers. I know that gun is not going to be a good swarmer gun. Neither was any of the other secondaries for gunner anyway, so it's not too big of a surprise there. Ooh, that did a lot of damage to the goo bomber, though, I'll tell you that. I didn't even put it at full. I think that was a 2 charge. There the goo bomber goes. And speaking of that, look at how the reload effect is there. It's just like, I mean, it's very, very quick. There's no real reload animation, just like charge done, you know. So that's interesting as well. Looks like you still shoot pretty fast. I mean, it's not as fast as you can click, but it's still pretty fast. Anyway, usually when I ran Bulldog, I only had about 3 shots anyway. The recoil on it's so bad that usually you had to aim again, so you couldn't shoot too fast, not unless you were in like point blank range. I never really liked the other secondary, the kind of burst pistol. I never thought it was very good. But yeah, those are some interesting thoughts about it. We should have a swarm coming here. You see right here. Oh, you're a nice target. Decent damage. I don't know if we really did get that weak point shot there. Oh, yeah, okay. I don't think we got the weak point shot on that one either. Definitely took a couple hits to take the beforehand out. Could have done a better job at that for sure. Gonna make me zip line down here. So I'll try to activate a horde. I can definitely see this being used as another like sniper type of weapon here for gunner. Oh yeah. Ooh, that did like no damage. What in the world? Oh, there we go. We just didn't get him the weak point. And there we go. Spitballer down. I feel like we could have done that in 2 shots. That's not too bad. Let's try this Brood Nexus. Woo! Okay, 2 shots for the Brood Nexus as well. Very nice, very nice. Oh no, I'm getting resources, honestly. Are there any other... Let's go across the way here, see what else we can fight. Okay, that was a miss. One-shot kill on grunts, of course, very nice. A lot of holomite here. I almost killed the swarmer there with the extra damage it dealt, but it wasn't quite enough, so that's very insignificant. Maybe the rate, or not, the electricity could also be a very good one, or a better one to have for this actually, now that we sit here and look at it. So that is what we have. I mean, I can go and start a hole or a wave come through. So there's one right below us. might hurt. No. I can be up there. Should start one. I'd like to be up there still, but oh well. Let's see if I can run up this wall. There we go. Cleaned up that Terra show. So here we have Praetorians and a few Swarmers. Go ahead and soften them up. Ah, that was a miss. And that's all the ammo we have. We just sat there and used it all. But I still think it's going to be more than a Bulldog. So that is also very interesting. So that is an up and down to it. I think sometimes the kind of straight, well, I don't know. I feel like it's definitely better at longer range for sure. So it's very nice. I do like the coil gun a lot. I wouldn't say it's my favorite gun because I don't feel like it added too much to the gunner class since they already had a gun that filled that role. It is a neater gun. It is cooler, but I don't think it's like a unique gun, if you get what I'm saying. It's kind of filling a role that you already had, even though it is better. I feel that it's better. It's not adding a unique role that the gunner did not have access to already. But that is kind of the point of Deep Rock. Is supposed to be playing with all four classes, so you cover everything that you're not good at. So that is interesting to think about. But that is my quick look here at the coil gun. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.